Hans Friedel. I'm the City of Lockhart Planning intern. I personally feel that Lockhart, on a macro scale, is a community that is extremely rich in history, culture, heritage, distinction. I mean, we're the barbecue capital of Texas. Also rich in place, being part of the Blackland Prairie. Many awesome buildings here, a humongous, incredible courthouse. Really unique in terms of courthouses. But on a micro scale, when you're actually walking around downtown or in other parts of the community, there seems to be sort of a mismatch between our heritage, our potential, and how it's realized. There's so much opportunity here. So we kind of came up with this idea of Imagine Lockhart to sort of bring the community together as a stakeholder in the planning process, and really a stakeholder in the future of Lockhart, to try to promote ideas of sustainable growth, city beautification, grassroots planning, economic development, and really bring the community together for that.
My name's Kat. Hans and I are both Masters of Applied Geography at Texas State.
Geography.
We are both focused on regional and urban planning, and I personally have lived in Lockhart my entire life, as far as I can remember, and gone to the schools, and I've grown up and I've had a really wonderful experience living here. I have a little sister who's a couple years younger than I am, and she didn't have necessarily quite so good of a time, and what I noticed is that there was really a lack of camaraderie and a lack of community when she was growing up, and I really feel that that's because Lockhart really doesn't have the amenities necessary for young people. And something that has been on my mind for a really long time is the fact that most people stay in their homes around here because there's really not very much to do. They live in their own bubbles. They go to school and then they go home, or they go and they work in Austin and they come home and sleep. They get most of their entertainment outside of Lockhart, and I don't really think that people in Lockhart realize how rich they are in the community because they don't get out into the public sphere and speak enough with each other and exchange ideas, and we're trying to change that.
Hello, I'm Denise, and what I would really like to see in the square is the historic look return to all the buildings.
Hi, I'm Andy St. Ledger, and this is Bea St. Ledger, who's almost 2.
And I'm Chris St. Ledger.
We've lived here in Lockhart for 6 years, over on Church Street.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Lindberg, and I'm a new resident of Lockhart.
And I'm Jim Pitts.
We moved here 5 months ago. We bought a historic home off of Main Street, and we love living in Lockhart, and we're really excited about the future and the possibilities and being part of imagining some new things that will be happening in Lockhart in the future.
Hi, I'm Ruth Bennett. I've lived near Lockhart for the last 23 years. These are my children. All my children have attended Lockhart schools, and I'm very much interested in making Lockhart a better place.
Look at this space right here. Once again, we're in an amazing, fantastic urban space between these two old buildings. There's a wall covered with vines across from me. Imagine if something was painted here. I mean, right now it's just a piece of concrete slab with this wonderful old historic stone. Over here, as I walk over here, you can see once again a wonderful space here. I mean, just it's fantastic. I mean, there's so much opportunity for color and art, and it's already green. We've already got plants here. But it just needs to be cleaned up. I mean, just look at this. A little bit of money, a little bit of volunteerism, a little bit of effort could turn this into a wonderful place to lounge on a hot day, drink coffee, listen to some live music. City makes a little money, becomes a little more sustainable economically, and voila.
Hi, I'm Bethany, and I am currently an undergrad of geography studies at Texas State, and although I am studying to probably just be a social studies teacher, planning and landscaping are some hobbies of mine, and so some things that I would like to see around Lockhart are some native, non-invasive species of plants to possibly go on walls, to have a green wall of moss, because they are sweeping the nation, and although I can't think of a single place in Austin that has one, wouldn't it be great if Lockhart was the first in this central Texas area to have a green wall? I would also like to see landscaping in places where you wouldn't really imagine their landscaping to be.
All right, well, hi, it's me, Hans, again. I imagine this space, lovely space right off of Main Street here between two buildings, to be a pocket park. I see right now, I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but there's a lot of broken glass on the ground. We have sort of a wonderful kind of urban space here that's just not really being utilized. I mean, there's trash everywhere. Imagine if you had some benches here, maybe some potted plants, maybe even some wall art in my imagination, mural of some sort. This would be in a fantastic shaded spot on a hot day.
What was it that you said, Lucian, about this place? What does it look like?
He said it looks a little creepy the way it is right now.
Yes.
But if it were paved, maybe with some bricks, maybe some potted plants, and maybe a food vendor, something to drink, maybe hot coffee, you know, just somewhere to get off of the street, not have to worry about, you know, cars honking at you. It'd be a great place to read the newspaper.
I just wanted to congratulate the city of Lockhart for putting in this beautiful overpass. I think it would have been terrific if they would have put bike lanes in too, which unfortunately they did not do.
Hi, my name's Christina Noble, and this is my daughter Liana. I've lived in Lockhart, well, my whole life, and we would just like to see some more parks around our house. We live near the high school, so there's obviously Navarro and the Clear Fork, but we can't take our girls there because during school hours they can't be there, and even after school program says that they're a liability, and so we have to take them to another park, and we don't have any parks near us that I can take my girls to play.
Maybe envision a wonderful adventure playground, kind of like San Marcos or Seguin. There's already a little playground down there, there is a tennis court down there, there is a pavilion down there, there is a pool down there, there are soccer fields down there, there is a new skate park down there, and I think the city park needs to be utilized a lot more, and we could possibly advertise this right here at Crisis so people would know about it.
We'd like to walk to a park, and unfortunately most of the parks in town have no shade. And so we literally will go to our parks and not be able to play because a slide will be a south-facing slide and it'll be so hot the children can't even use it. Another thing that would really be helpful in a park, it would only take one, would be to have some kind of water that's maybe flowing or spraying, so small children can play in it without risk of, you know, drowning since they don't know how to swim.
So there's an opportunity right there to do something outstanding to convey a sense of place, more of a sense of place, something analogous to the watermelon water towers in Luling.
Look at this wall. It's modern, and yet it keeps the colors of the town in mind. Somebody obviously has a lot of pride in this building. I think that it would be really fantastic if we could go ahead and take this concept and apply it to some of the other parts of town that are looking a little bit more run down. What do you think?
Across the street here is one example of a building that I find so disappointing. It has the clock museum in the ground floor, which is a great attraction to our community, a great place to visit, but the rest of the building has obviously fallen into disrepair, and I know in its day it was one of the better buildings downtown, and I'd like to see that again.
My name is Brandy Shinneman, and I am a resident here in Lockhart, and I have two young boys, and I would like to see downtown Lockhart more pedestrian-friendly, possibly even rerouting all of the traffic, having more retail, cafes, coffee shops, maybe an arcade. Too many cars at the moment.
The way the traffic is arranged, it makes it very difficult for one not only to drive, but especially to walk.
Love to see more cafes
cafe seating outside on the square where people could linger, drink coffee, talk. It would encourage more traffic downtown. It would encourage more activity on the weekends here in Lockhart, which I think we would all really enjoy.
The other thing we'd like, if possible, is having a one-way street around the square here, because right now it's already been mentioned about maybe having crosswalks in here, but doing it one way would make it much safer and more convenient, and it also open up more space along the street.
Look at this wonderful sidewalk art. I mean, it takes a place that's just really kind of ordinary, doesn't catch your attention, and turns it into a piece of artwork here. I think it's fantastic.
I'm Gene Galvin. When we started this museum 3 years ago, we had an idea that it would be an anchor tourist attraction for the city. And along with that, you need to beautify the place that people are going to come to see you on site. And so that's what the mayor and I and Mr. Sweet have had meetings about. We're going to continue to have meetings about.
We moved here 18 years ago, restored one of the beautiful historical homes here in Lockhart, and had all this hope that our town would be hustling and bustling. We know that we have so many people that come and eat barbecue with us, and we are so appreciative that they come and spend their money here in town, but we wish that they'd make it down the street some way to connect everything together so that they could see what all is here in town, because it's just really a little diamond in the rough.
But Mayor Sanders has come along, and the county judge, Tom Bond, has also pledged to work with this group and help us improve the tourist attraction for Lockhart and all of Caldwell County. And I hear the clock chiming, so my time is up.
The original building was built more like a New Orleans style building, with a patio above it, with a balcony, with beautiful artwork around the balcony. So that I would like to see this tore down and the balcony replaced. The sidewalk needs to be widened. Mr. Sanders, or what the mayor would like to see it widened, so we could put some cafes in here. Anything to bring people into a more interesting and beautiful place. We could do a lot with this. We just need the people to be behind us.
I'm Hans.
And I'm Kat, and I hope you join us in
Imagine Lockhart!
You could have helped me, but you didn't know. And now there's other ladies in my door. Oh, God, I love you, but my heart's for sale. I got a ticket talking in my mind. Got $1 for a train to ride. Telling stories of a place I wish I'd been to. Been a hunting little sister's roof, digging deeper for a magic tune. They say beneath the star a sun is born.